We are live. We are live. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Hack Studios. RT Bear here. How are you? Hope you all had a great weekend. I did. The weather here is so weird. It's sunny, then it rains, then it's sunny, and then it rains again. And so yesterday was one of those days where it was on and off. And actually, Pamela and I had a great time just hanging out in it. So, we would get things done inside when it was raining. And then when it would stop, we'd go outside and just hang out. It was so weird, man. I've never relaxed so much in my life since we moved out here. The pace is completely different than California. So it's going to sound weird, but we sat out outside looking at the wonderful wilderness while eating fruit. We were eating watermelon and cantaloupe. It was great. Oh, there were some grapes too. Yeah, it felt like this is how the other half live. Yeah, I've always worked my ass off like 24/7. And so it's nice to be able to take a little bit of time and enjoy the fruits of one's labor. And literally, we did enjoy the fruits of the labor because we had fruit. It was great, man. We just sat out there and watched the sunset. And well, we went out a couple different times, but the time we were eating fruit was we were watching the sunset. It was very, very nice. Everything was still wet. It was kind of it would drizzle every once in a while, but we didn't mind. It's way different. It actually rains here. California, it never rains. So let's see what we got. We got I borrow ideas, only the really, really good ones. We have Kevin Hart. What's up? What's up, my friend? We got Lord Crackhead 33. We got all the usual suspects. This is good to see. I missed you guys. It's been what, like 4 days, 3 or 4 days. Leg Kick 1. Hello, Art. One of my favorite CGers, Pedro, very, very talented animator. Yes, we got some things to announce, Pedro and I. Joe Bernardo, what's up, man? Aloha. Oh, and that Joe, I was talking to my wife. It was Kona. Kona was the island that we had stayed. So we stayed Kona once, and I think Maui 2 or 3 times. And we were actually stayed at the Grand Wailea. I think that's the Hat in Maui. It's a pretty killer hotel. I dig it. I dig it. Took the family. I think Pamela and I went once alone and took the family twice. Amanda was so little, I don't think she remembers it, so that's kind of a shame. Doug Rockstead. I missed all the rain when I was there last week. Oh, yeah, it rained a little bit. We got Michael. What's up? I'm not even going to try the last name. I got to learn not to even try to, mention those. Hey, I got to do something. Hold on. Done. Joe Bernard says, what fruit? Mango, oranges, apples. Mango is the best. Mango is the best, but it's got to be ripe. Out here, they got really ripe fruit too. California, it's either really mealy, like mushy, or really hard. Like here, it's pristine, man. It's really good. It's a really good. Shagat. Okay, we got Danky Frankie. Oh wait, Pastmaster Dan. What's up? All right, Danky Frankie is Kona. Yeah, I think that's the biggest island. I think that's the big one. It's got a lot of coral. I don't think they have any natural sand beaches. Actually, I don't know if sand beaches are natural anyway, because I know in California, they bring in the sand. The sand isn't natural. When I lived in Hermosa Beach, I would see, I think it was during the winter times or whatever, because of the erosion, they would bring in sand, like truckloads of sand, and they would just dump it onto the beach and smooth it out. Yeah, Kona is the big island. I said that. But yeah, I know Kona. It's okay. I dyslex out on live streams all the time. No harm, no foul. We got Emmett. What's up, brother? Yeah. Pro tip: buy all the fruit at HEB. HEB, man, it's like a shopping mall. That place is crazy. That's the biggest supermarket I've ever seen in my life. Kauai. Yeah, I think that's what Joe thought I was talking about was Kauai, but it's Kona. Joe, I'm going to do the Chrono Mechanics book review later tonight. Yes, those books are still selling, man, and I think we got some orders over the weekend. So those books are going out ASAP. So you guys keep going with the backing. Pamela and I are trying to figure out what the hell we're going to do with the campaign, because we're having some problem with Indiegogo. Because when we moved from California here, we had to close down the corporation because that was all set up in California. So we're setting it up here in Texas. And so the problem being, everything for the Chrono Mechanics campaign is all set up California with that corporation and everything like that. And so we've been talking. I got 2 contacts over at Indiegogo. We get so far with the conversation, and then all of a sudden it's like, we're not getting your emails, we're not getting your responses, could you please try again? And I've tried like 3 and 4 times, and still it doesn't move any further than that. So I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing with that. So it is kind of looking like we might have to shut it down. And because like the new Black and White Volume 2 is set up with all the new information, so we're not going to have a problem with that one, but the Chrono one we might. So I think we may have to shut it down. Oh, we got Spirits Car. What's up, my brother? Let's see. Are you talking about the potholes in the Cosmic Road trade? Or is there a new one? No. It's retrofit. It's let me show you real quick. Share. I will share. I'm a sharer. This whole show is going to be about sharing. So this is Chrono Mechanics here. So this is the one I'm talking about. So we're 897. So we're a stone's throw away from 53,000. So we got 768 backers. Thank you guys so very much for supporting this. So yes, the link is in the description, you guys. And this is the Chrono Mechanics book. So if you back it today, the books will go out ASAP. So come by, check it out. There's a lot of fun stuff here. There's a couple pages you can see. It's a wild, wacky, fun action adventure, sci-fi. There's a lot of time travel. These guys are time traveling repairmen. So they fix the big machine known as time. So there's a lot of cool stuff. So there's the interiors. There's a work in progress art book, which is a lot of fun. So if you like a lot of behind the scenes stuff like I do, then pick this up as well. Here's some of the sketches and doodles that are in that book. A lot of cool stuff, man. A lot of cool stuff. And then we have variant covers. So this is by Sean. No. This is by Sean Cheeks Galloway. I'm sorry. And this is Oot. And so we have Tom Bancroft. So this is Doug. And this is Aaron Lopresti's take on Zen after Bernie Wrightson. And this is Carlo Barberi's Caravaggio. This thing's awesome. I think Perea and his crew did a great job with the coloring on this. I really dig the coloring. It looks great. So yeah, so that's Chrono Mechanics, you guys. So we're gonna do a lot of sharing on this stream, and I'm gonna have some people coming in with me as soon as I kind of connect with you guys. Give my good mornings. And then we're gonna share some Comicsgate books. We're gonna share some Comicsgate books that have been in demand for a while, and there's a lot of new books coming out, and those always get the spotlight. But I thought it would be fun to do a show where we actually put the spotlight on the in-demand books, and Chrono Mechanics is one of those in-demand books. So let's see, Spirits Car. Did you add Inco shirts to the Chrono campaign? Yeah, but I don't think it's active. There was some kind of glitch in it, but you could try it and see. That's Pamela. Pamela's work in progress is that stuff there. Oh, I know. Time travel repairman. So Loki stole your idea. Chrono Mechanics has been around for like 15 years, and we made all the pitches, all the rounds. So we even pitched at Disney. So I'm sure they have a proposal somewhere on their files. So I wouldn't put it past anybody. Yeah. Yeah. Buy a variant, you cheapskate. Oh, I didn't say good morning to Andino. I already bought it. Yeah, but like Spirits Car said, buy another one. Hey, Trevor Cameron, long time no see, brother. Yeah, Trevor used to work here well, not at this Hack Shack Studios. He used to work at the one in California. So, yeah, really, really talented individual. And yeah, it's good to see you, my friend. Yeah, so I hope everything's been well. Hope California's treating you well. I couldn't handle California anymore, so we got out while the getting was good and moved to Texas. And I'll tell you, we haven't missed California at all. We miss our daughter; she stayed, so Amanda stayed, so we miss her. But we don't miss California. Oh my gosh, look at this! Hey Carlo, what's up, my friend? Yeah, hope life's treating you as well, good as well. Haven't talked to you in a while, so. Carlo and I, we jammed out some Super Sons pages in the day. A couple years back, we worked on that book, and I think DC treated us very poorly. We had a great selling book, and they canceled it, and then they gave us a mini series, all because Michael Bendis wanted it. I don't know. I don't understand things like that. The book was selling really well, and then they canceled it. So anyway, Carlo's a brilliant artist, and he did that Caravaggio, variant cover for Chrono Mechanics, just awesome. So the Artist Chronicles, he's got a YouTube site too. I do believe it's called the Artist Chronicles. So go check out if you like what you see. Of course you're gonna like what you see. Carlo's a great guy. Yeah, we did a lot of cons together too. I think when I'd come out to Texas. He lives in Mexico, so I think he lives somewhere close by. So he would just come over and hang out in Texas at these cons with us. Nice seeing you too, man. Yeah. I hope you're keeping up the artwork, man, and the writing, because you have some promise there, my friend. Improbi, what's up? Yes, so I guess I should get into the show here. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought so as well. Yeah, let's not go off on a tangent though. I could easily get into this. Okay, let me send out my invites to my people. So my people. So we're gonna get some people in here, and the idea here is that they're going to bring in some of their favorite Comics Geek books. Sorry about that. I was reading and trying to think, and that's a dangerous thing for me. I cannot multitask. I stink at it. So yeah, we're gonna get a couple people in here, and we're gonna put some focus on some great books. I have a couple tiers here, a couple tabs actually with some great books. So you know what? I'm just gonna keep going and wait for them to get in, because I wanted to wrap this up in an hour or so, and I'm already running a little bit late. Oh, darn, I was going to send you an invite, Andino. Damn it. Speaking of promise, man, Andino, no shit. Your work's looking good, man. You're getting better every post. All right, here we go. Hearts Lackey Todd. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
Doing good. That's great. That's great. So, are you getting hammered with any of this rain? I think the East Coast and the South are getting a lot of rain the last couple of days.
No, I'm not here actually.
Dry as a bone.
Yeah, for a couple days, there's been no rain. I
That's
think the
good.
last rain we had was on Thursday, but I know it's like Detroit and Michigan and
Yeah.
places like that. Like I'm seeing car lots that are, cars that are underwater and stuff like that. Not underwater, but
Yeah, but there's a lot of water. Yeah, yeah. It's funny because I was watching. I like some of these Disney YouTubers, and so this guy's with his family. They're at the Florida park. I forget which one, and so he's filming. They're having a nice lunch or whatever, and then all of a sudden it starts raining. So everybody's kind of huddling under whatever protection they can get, and then all of a sudden the water goes. What is this like horizontal?
hmm
uh, and it's like holy shit, I didn't know rain could go that. I mean it just starts going this way, right? And so the wind picks up, and the next thing you know, the guy's camera goes black, and so then you just hear screaming. So it's still working, so you can hear the audio but you can't see the visual. And so he gets the camera back, and everything that was in that eating area is all like in the quad area, right? And the
wow,
tables are like flipped, and then like everybody's soaked. It was like a tidal wave just kind of flew through there. Everybody was soaked. The guy's pockets were filled with water.
wow.
Yeah, it was just like a tidal wave just flew over. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So I know that the summer rains can be like that here in Texas. So I'm kind of trying to, prepare for that, just because I've never seen anything like that living in California my whole life.
Well, it could be. I know they're trying to seed the clouds in California, and what happens is you need mountains. So there's no mountains on this side, right? That's where the beach is, so to
Right.
speak. So then you have mountains that start. It's really a lot of rainfall over there, but is that also if they're seeding the clouds there, is that causing all that rainfall in the middle of the country? Because it
Yeah,
really, I mean,
I
I
don't
know
know.
they're trying like hell,
Yeah,
but
it very rarely gets over there because like there's Southern California where I lived and there lived, and then there's Northern California. So Northern California it rains and it snows, but not in Southern California. It's all desert climate. We got Clint. What's up, brother?
Hey, gentlemen.
So do you guys got your picks? So the idea here is that we all have picks for in demand. So
Oh,
I can go while you guys kind of figure stuff out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some focus on some great in demand books. So I
gotcha.
can read while you guys I'm sure it won't be that hard because Comicsgate has all kinds of really cool books and stuff, that we can put the focus on. But there's two live campaigns that I want to put a focus on right now. One is Clint's Blue Bombshells, which is freaking crazy fun. And then I want to do another Clint, which is Clint Stoker's
Stokers.
Downcast 3.
He's
So
killing it.
yeah, I'm going to go Downcast 3 first, if you guys don't mind. And then that'll give you guys a little bit of time. And feel free to comment as well as we're going. So let's do this. Yeah, there's a lot of great CG books out right now, but I wanted to do this in demand CG in demand like showcase to just show you guys how many great books are, or not just live, but that are in demand. Because these live ones usually get all the focus, which we're going to do a little bit here as well. But the in demand stuff usually just kind of gets pushed back into the background. And the cool thing about a lot of the in-demand books is they're done and then they can ship out, soon. So that's one of the advantages of the in-demand store. So this is Clint Stoker's Downcast 3 Submerged. And if you didn't realize that, I guess there's some underwater activity here. Here's a guy in an old-fashioned diving bell. Diving suit. God, man, you talk about claustrophobic. That must have been scary as hell to go down to the bottom of the ocean in that thing. Yeah, so he's at 30,864. He's a stone's throw away from 31K, 542 backers. He's only got 4 days left, you guys. Clint is a great, comic skater. Very generous with his channel. He shares a lot of people's Indiegogos. So here's his video here. Fatal looks great too, by the way.
One taste of that cursed sent me to the bottom of the ocean. For years I wandered, searching but not seeing. Finally, when I opened my eyes, I saw them for what they are. Not benevolent, not omnipotent, not gods.
Not gods.
You could see what I see. You would understand why they hunger.
That's a great shot.
Yeah. That whole suit, that's such a killer design.
Yeah. Downcast submerged. Yeah, it's great stuff, you guys. So wait, I'm not going to play the video again. So Downcast 3, like I said, this is Clint Stoker's. There's 4 days. There's a lot of cool tiers here. You can see some of the pages. So we're going to cover a lot of these books with this live stream. So I'm going to have
Clint is an amazing writer. Like, there's depth, character development. Like, he's building like this whole world with everything he's doing. And I think that's why he's had such success with everything, with all the books that he's got coming out. But it's like, this isn't just like you're gonna flip through it and like you're gonna get like sucked into the story and everything he's doing. It's such a unique world. The art is great, but yeah, Clint's writing is killing it.
The thing about Clint is he's heart and soul, man. Like, he's all in. Whenever you listen to him talk on the live streams and stuff, you're like, holy shit, dude, that guy's committed. And it's great to see. And he's on his 3rd book too, so you know that he delivers on his campaigns, and that and like Clint Helinski says, he really the writing is top notched. So go out and back Downcast 3. So Clint, I don't have a link for you. Can you put a link in the private chat?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do the blue bombshells.
You bet.
So Todd, have you backed Downcast 3 yet?
No, I haven't.
4 days, baby.
Is this Stoker's first 30 days, or is this the second 30 days?
I think this is still his first, but
okay.
I don't know. Is he going to do 2 months? I don't know.
And I don't know. I haven't heard what he said, so it might. This might be it. So if people are looking and thinking about it, definitely, it's better to just book it today and not wait, because you're never sure exactly where these campaigns are at.
Yeah.
I threw that link in the private chats for you there.
Yeah, I got it. I got the tab open here. So Clint just launched a book a couple days ago, and you talk about taking the world by storm. Holy shit, dude.
It's a subtle romantic love story.
Oh, wait. That's not it. Wait a minute. There it is.
It's
all right. Yeah, this is it here. So go ahead, man. Take it.
It's about a young woman's soul flowering into existence and becoming a superhero. It's touching. It's romantic. It gets to the essence of that's a bunch of bullshit. It's TNA, baby. It's TNA all the way, every day. The blue bombshell. She's the most powerful super babe on the planet. Her biggest problem is when she's fighting bad guys. Her skimpy, thin costume there can't contain her super heroic rack. So she runs into some major wardrobe malfunctions along the way.
I have some images of those. So there's, Oh, here. Oops. Censored.
Yeah. Oops. So that's the adult variant, the very classy adult variant that I've created. But you've got 3 variant covers, and that's the adult one. It won't be censored. Those are just to keep Indiegogo from crashing. But the print versions won't be censored. Here's some of the bad girls that The Blue Bombshell is kind of the best superheroes have the best rogues gallery. I always think Batman's rogues gallery, the Flash's rogues gallery. So I wanted to create an awesome rogues gallery for the Blue Bombshell. Here is the pink pussy cat and Fetish with the green hair, and then over on the right is Bloodthirsty, kind of a vampiric bad girl there, but some of her arch foes that she gets entangled with, and apparently their costumes don't stay on very well either. So again, just to be clear, this will be an adult comic book. It will contain adult content. It will contain nudity, so just be forewarned, but all in good taste, all in good fun.
This is very sexist, Clint. I mean, there are no men featured on any of these covers.
Oh, wait. Scroll all the way to the bottom.
Oh, there's some guys.
Yeah. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, Art. I equal it out for the men and for the women. I don't know if you've seen my latest retro cover yet.
Oh my gosh!
Right there.
Is it here?
Yes.
Sweet.
Blue Bombshell and Sister Power face the menace of the man called Tripod.
Oh no!
This is kind of a loving homage to 80s covers. There's kind of a take on the Crisis cover where the Flash is facing the Anti-Monitor. And I saw that cover and I'm like, I could do a version of that for the Blue Bombshell.
But it's kind of drawn like John Byrne, right?
Yeah. The girls, I love John Byrne, the way he draws girls, so I kind of aped his stuff for that. So it's kind of a mash of George Perez and John Byrne on that one. So,
oh my God.
And plus I have a blast. I love lettering these comics in the old school look of Marvel from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah,
so,
I love that. I love that lettering.
Yeah,
I think it's great, man. Sister Power is awesome, man.
Sweet Christmas. Oh yeah, so Sister Power. This is a multiverse. So I had people on Twitter trying to figure out if she was a gender bent Luke Cage, but I kind of give it away with her name. It's Sister Power. So
yeah.
Like in the comics, she's always complaining about her brother.
It's funny. I've never heard anybody say "Sweet Christmas."
No, I haven't either.
Well, I have. But before I used it, like in Chrono Mechanics, there's Sweet Baby Christmas.
Sweet Christmas, nice.
But that was years ago. I've never heard anybody other than that. Yeah, so we're gonna get that saying out there. People are gonna be saying it all the time, man. All the kids.
You bring back Sweet Christmas. And here's another one of the classic bad guys is the Tromboner.
Oh, there he is.
Another one that I'm super proud of. This is another retro cover. All the retro covers are going to be in the adult sketchbook. So if you're looking for where to find this art in the reward tiers, the adult sketchbook is going to have all these fun variants and retro covers and pinups and stuff like that. So kind of a nice bonus for some of the bigger, more adult tiered rewards. And,
yeah.
All the adult variants start at the 100 level and up. So if anybody's looking for that stuff,
yeah, keep those away from the kids. So
no, this is for the 43-year-old guy that's a 13-year-old at heart. This isn't for the 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
Although, this is the comic at 13 that I would have wanted to get my hands on.
Who knows? Yeah, but I always like covers that have questions. Can the Maiden of Might handle the maestro of music's deadly rocket? What is it? Pocket
rocket.
That is not a pocket rocket, man. That is
and I altered this cover, but this was an actual cover from an old 70s comic. So the phallicness of the rocket, I changed, obviously the Tromboner and Blue Bombshell and the writing, but I love that. At 13 or 10, you just think, oh, it's a giant bad guy riding a rocket into space and plowing the girl in the ass. And then you're older, and it's like, wow, that wasn't subtle at all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we're gonna have Clint on later this week, so I just wanted to give you guys a little a little mention here of the Blue Bombshell. So he's at 14,520 already. What are you? Are you at 7 days, 9 days?
Yeah, like this is just going into the second week now. So last Friday was the first 7 days. So yeah, probably about 9 days in now.
Yeah. So you're doing really, really well. So
Yep.
congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Yeah, I was super stoked that people were interested. You never know. It's like not necessarily for everybody, but yeah, people jumped on board and were excited right from the get go. Ethan gave me a really nice mention on his show, which I greatly appreciated. So yeah, getting the word out to Comicsgate is kind of the main thing. Yep.
Yeah. So let's. I think Todd. Todd, are you ready?
Yeah, I got one,
The
but it might be
buckler.
causing some. Like feedback or something for some reason. So actually, it
I
says
put
no.
mine on mute, so I'm gonna mute mine and see if it's me. So go ahead.
But the buckler is John Dillard, and he's one of the supporters and comic skaters, and he has been from when this thing kind of got started. And the buckler is his villain book. It's a complete tale of a villain's kind of downfall and revenge, and and he sort of he has to get back at somebody who he wronged, and he started out as a like, hey, I'm the buckler, I want to be your sidekick, and that's where things went afoul for him in the original Ash Camp. But this is him sort of regrouping, training, and wanting to get revenge. And it's actually, John's a great artist, very raw talent. He does a lot of hatching and cross hatching and stuff like that. And if you want, we can play the video. Well, I lost my cursor.
Video would be cool, indeed. There we go.
Here, I'm going to tell you a story. A story you may not want to hear.
Turn up the volume.
A story about a man who made the ultimate mistake. Used to give him the second chance. A story about the bastards that wanted him gone. And the love that he couldn't contact.
Hey Todd, is the volume all the way up? Yeah.
It is.
Oh man, that stinks.
Back to the home he was forced to abandon. I want to tell you this story because you need to hear it.
Man, the artwork's really good.
But if you think it's going to be
So it's all kind of in these gray tones.
No, he's actually coloring it.
I like the gray tones though.
He does a good job with that, yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice.
And it's going to leave behind a trail of blood and bone. This is the story of the buckler.
I like that.
The buckler.
But
Like old 1940s type mystery silhouettes.
he's doing everything himself,
Yeah, no, that's cool.
And right now it's in demand. But you're right.
What does the cover look like? Can you scroll down a little bit? See the
Yeah.
cover.
Yep.
Yeah, that's half the fun of running these Indiegogo campaigns and crowdfunding books is like just getting to be creative with your stuff and like coming up with ideas for the trailer, or like, doing something, a little bit out there, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I love putting together the campaign. Like sometimes that's half the fun of running the campaign.
Yeah, I mean it's all the above, right? It's just it's an extension of the creativity. So business doesn't have to just be business. You could be very creative in it, and so that's why I like all this stuff. So even like putting, like you said, the Indiegogo page together, is creative. Yeah. So you guys go check out the buckler. It looks great. Yeah, it looks fantastic. And that was an excellent choice, Todd. So are we back to me, or do you have one, Clint?
I've got a couple. So yeah, I'll put one in here right now that we can talk about. This is let's see. I suppose I got to share my page, right?
Yeah,
So
let's
you
see
can
what
see.
Clownfish has got. Dude, PewDiePie is streaming against you. He totally sniped your audience. It wasn't intentional, I'm sure. The jerk. Yeah, I mean, you got to take down the top YouTuber to make
Oh
it
yeah.
good. So, I'm in the top, I don't know, maybe 40,000 YouTubers out there.
You can do it. You can destroy art.
All right, is this you're up here? Is this
Yep, yeah. This is Wyatt Holiday's book that's in demand now. It's just a smidge under 10 grand, so it would be awesome to help push him over 10 grand. But I mean, who doesn't love giant robots? This is like your classic giant robot book. It's called Eternal Armor. Is everything showing up okay there?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Yep, it's
Yeah,
called
so he's like 110 away from 10,000. Let's get him over 10,000, you guys.
Yep.
And giant robots, you had me at giant robots. I don't need to hear anything else.
Exactly. Giant robots is all you need. But yeah, it's like, and great art on it. Like, I mean, these are the variant covers here. Preston Acevedo, who's a great a CG artist. So Wyatt is a big Comicsgate guy. So like, these are definitely Comicsgate guys that we can support. And I mean, the interior is giant robots, giant monsters.
Oh, that is kill. Wait, go back to that one page.
You bet.
Yeah, that one right there.
Yep. But yeah, this is the type of stuff we all love. I mean, there aren't enough giant robot comics out there for me personally. So
well, black and white, we're gonna have some giant. We're gonna have robots. We're gonna have some giant robots too. We're up in the scale, man.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Wyatt loves this stuff, and you can like just kind of see all of his influences from the old school movies and even the new stuff. But hot chicks and a little upskirt shot there, which I'm always in favor of. Where you can work that in, but
I'm starting to sense a theme, Clint, with your not only your art but your material as well.
Yeah, Mark Poulton pointed out, he's like, "Oh, you're going to be the king of adult comics." I'm like, I'm not sure that's what I want to be the king of. I might just intersperse the occasional hot girl comic, but I've got other stuff that I plan on doing that is not in that vein. But yeah, here's some of the main characters from Wyatt's book. You get your main lead dude, heroic, and then of course there's got to be a hot girl around, and he's got one with Mika. And unlocked his first stretch goal already, so that's awesome. Some more stuff, and then Wyatt's got a good history with Comicsgate and with delivering on his books. He's got a couple of previous campaigns with Ardana and Rocket Gal there that he's delivered on. So he's a guy that produces the books and gets them out to everybody. He's not somebody that you're going to be worried about whether you're going to get the product from or not.
Is he done with the book yet? Do you know?
I'm not entirely sure if it's finished yet. I know it's probably getting close to it since his campaign has run through its first 60 days, I believe, and that he's in demand. But I'm not sure exactly where he is production-wise.
Yeah.
So there's a chance he's delivering books already. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's always the thing about like these in-demand books. You guys have to remember, you don't have to wait as long for the books.
Exactly.
And in the case of Chrono Mechanics, it's done, so it'll ship out ASAP. I know that Monster MD is one of those books as well. So the campaign is done, the live campaign, and the book is printed. So I think Monster MD is still in demand. So
when you do that art and like you leave it in demand, so do you just like overprint on your initial run, planning on just moving some more product and leaving it in demand for as long as you want? Okay.
Yeah. Anybody that's thinking about crowdfunding or doing any of these things, I highly recommend overprinting. We did not really overprint that much with Black and White Volume 1. So that book is almost completely sold out. I just have a handful of those books left. And I think we printed like 2,000 of them, So that's quite a bit. And so we're going to offer those in the new campaign, but they're going to be at a premium because, I mean, when I say handful, I mean there's really just a stack of books left.
That's nice.
So we're gonna end up doing a second printing with a new cover. So I always thought it was cool when Marvel did that in the day, where they'd have the original print run, and if they sold out of that print run, they would offer a variant, or they would do like, remember the gold or silver or copper color, covers.
The logos and whatnot.
Yeah, and that would be like the second run, kind of thing, and that was great to separate the original print run from the second print run. And so we're going to do something like that with black and white as well. So still putting all that stuff together. So
very cool. Have you found any place that does like chromium like logos or like embossed logos yet?
We looked into that. We wanted to do something like that with Chrono, actually.
Oh yeah.
But it's really expensive. I mean, you got to get the numbers up really high. So maybe if the campaign looks like it's doing really well, towards the end, maybe we could do it as a stretch goal, like to enhance the book.
Sure.
And do, and then maybe, because then you can do the numbers, if you know how much it's going to cost you, then you can set that stretch goal to compensate for that. And then you can get to that goal, and then people get, their cool chromium covers, and you don't have to lose money, I guess.
Oh yeah, no. One of the printers that I've used in the past, they've just advertised now that they're going to be doing foil stuff, so they can do like foil on the logos and that kind of thing. So I was like stoked, but I didn't think about like, oh yeah, how much more are they going to charge for that too?
Yeah, we were going to do foil enhancement. So I had an idea of like where the logo would be foil, or like there'd be enhancements in the logo, and then there would be kind of like a pinstripe around. And then what I wanted to do is put a little like cut into it, and then I would do the head sketch in that.
Oh, so sure.
That would be kind of like the bells and whistles version. So, you could do a head sketch on the cover and have a designated area for it, but it would all be part of the design. So there would be the original cover, but then there would be like a design that would go over the cover with the foil and the sketch and everything. But yeah, we just, it is what it is. Like that's the thing I say on the stream a lot, and I know you guys know this too. Is like we can dream big, like we can dream beyond, but it all comes down to commerce. It all comes down to money and things like that. So you find yourself kind of dreaming big with these campaigns, and then kind of starting to narrow things down a little bit, depending on the reality of the situation. And I do remember, like, one of my favorite, like, just creative teams is like Roy Disney and Walt Disney. Like, Walt was the guy that had the ideas, but nothing would have gotten done if it wasn't for the financial aspects of what Roy brought to the situation.
Oh yeah.
So you can dream all you want, but if you don't have money, you can't make these things happen.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's what keeps us going, right? That dream that's just out of reach, right?
And I mean, that's out there. There's some guys raising big money and doing crazy fun stuff with these comics. So it's just building that audience and getting the word out on books, and every backer helps you make that bigger dream come true. It's like you can get that foil cover, get that, variant, whatever kind of cool thing that you can do with printing and stuff. So it's out there to be had.
And then there's toys. There's I want to start doing short animation. I think
I would love to do like a short animation for the trailer for one of the products. It's like, I've been like, it's a lot of work doing even a little bit of animation.
Well, did you see Kyle?
What Kyle did on Starblades was amazing. I don't even know how he did it. Like that looked like a cartoon trailer from the 80s or 90s, like the beginning of it. I was ready to watch an episode.
Like a high-end cartoon trailer. Like if you saw that on TV like today, you would want to watch that cartoon.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the thing too. Like I really do believe, like if you build it, they will come. So if you put everything you have into a project, right? It's blood, sweat, tears, everything you have, it becomes undeniable, right? Like you can't, like if it's so good, It's undeniable.
And what a hidden, this shows you how hard Marvel and DC editors are working. Like, what a hidden gem. What an amazing talent Kyle is. Like, he's good at everything. Like, the Starblade's book, the art is awesome. Obviously, he's an amazing colorist. That animation is good. And it's like, this guy should have been drawing a book at the big two.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like, what are these editors even looking at? They're not looking for new talent anymore.
Well, the thing is, nowadays they can't afford comics.
They can't.
Those, man. Like Todd was part of Florida Man. That was a very successful campaign. By the way, the artwork was great. Looked great, Todd.
Florida Man. I love that book.
The book is really funny. In a very low key. It's not like jokey, but it's kind of just fun. Yeah.
No, there was a great story, but yeah, the art was gorgeous on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of pages where they took a panel that I had drawn and they took it out and put something else there and weird stuff. And I actually put a Heels from Heels and Babyface in one of the jail scenes, and they actually redid that whole page, which the person who did it, like the next artist, just copied what I did. And there's a lot of things I don't get. You know, they did a lot of things.
But you know what the thing is? It was to their own default, because you can tell the difference in the style. So you can tell the stuff that's quality, which is yours, and you took time and really polished it up. And then you can tell the other stuff. So the inconsistency, and that's not your fault. That's a creative decision.
But it's also unheard of, right? You have the days.
No, it's not unheard of.
No. You have mistakes that were fixed by the bullpen, right? Spider-Man's costume was the loops were the wrong way or whatever.
You have writers and editors jumping in and just deciding to change arbitrarily that like wrecked the book, and you're like, why did they do this?
Yeah,
I've had it happen to me.
Yeah, I've had my artwork redone. I have been paid to overdub other people's artwork. This happens all the time, Todd. Yeah,
it's frustrating.
You got introduced to it pretty early on in your career.
But this is independent comics. There's nothing, you know what I mean? There's no stake in what they did, right?
Yeah,
the money was already made.
But
the money was already made.
Yeah, and it's just another. These things are learning. Like sometimes you can learn, by other people's successes, but sometimes you learn by mistakes or things or shit that happens to you. So it's just a lesson.
Well, and the other thing is, unless you're running the campaign yourself and it's your book, like somebody's else is gonna have a final say on it. Like that's why I recommend everybody go do your own book, go do your own campaign.
I'll leave it alone with this one statement. Mike Barron can't sell a book without me.
We'll find out, right?
Just saying. Hey, he's got an Allegiance book that's only at $10,000. So.
Yeah. But anyways, it was a fun read, and sorry it didn't work out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's a creative process. That personalities are there's always a lot of headbutting in comics because everybody kind of has their own idea when you're a creative team, and it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. I've worked with people that are great to work with, and I've worked with people that are horrible to work with.
Yeah.
And the books turn out, and sometimes they turn out the way we want them to, and sometimes it kind of goes south, and you're like.
Sometimes the people that were horrible to work out with, the books look pretty good.
Yeah, they look good.
Good, yeah. Sometimes
at this point,
not bad.
At this point, it's really a matter of whether the checks cash or not.
Yeah. Well, in the day, that was my main concern. Yeah, always. And I didn't mind art corrections and redos as long as they paid. What happened towards the end is they weren't paying for art corrects anymore.
Yeah.
So I just wasn't doing them. They would ask me, and I would flat out tell the editor no. And they'd say, why? And I said, because you're not paying me. And they said, you signed, we would sign a contract, per book. And the contract would say we would give them 1 to 2 art corrections, like on the house kind of thing. And I'd say, well, I signed it so I could get paid, but I didn't agree to that. And so then they would either, most of the time they just let it go. That's when you know it's not that big of a deal, right?
Yeah.
When they just let it go and it sees print the way it was. So that's, a lot of that is just exercising power over the artist, or trying to justify a paycheck, like that they're doing their job kind of thing and stuff like
Or
that. There's a lot of different reasons.
the editor is trying to appease the writer who's bitching in his ear, and then it's like becomes such a hassle. He's just like, I'll just tell the writer to deal with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for it, but like I said, if I'm getting paid, I don't mind doing it.
Yeah.
But if I'm not getting paid, it's like, you're asking me to do an hour's worth of work. You should pay me for an hour's worth of work.
With the small, I didn't work at Art Scale, but with like a lot of the smaller publishers, I wouldn't run into art corrections too often. But when I did, I wasn't getting paid for it. But what it would be is dangling the next project. Well, can you fix these things? Because then we've got this project to move you on to. So
Yeah.
it's like, well, then it's more work. All right, I'll do it. But
yeah, as long as you're
nothing
getting
thrilled
something
about.
out of it. Yeah, as long as you feel you're getting something out of it. So our next book up, I don't know how to say this. Is it? Let me see. You guys can help me out here. My reading skills aren't that great. Dyslexia and all. Is it Lumina Vox?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Lumina Vox, Volume 1.
Volume 1, yeah, and this book looks fantastic. It looks crazy as all get out, but and it's 80 pages, you guys. Keep that in mind. It's an 80-page book, so it's in demand right now. I think it's pretty much done. 17,669, 319 backers. Let me just show you some of this artwork real quick.
Wow.
And then I'll play the video. This is Jose Garcia. He's a great guy.
Okay. I've seen his name around on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's a comic skater. This is just great design. Look at all these designs. Look at this shit. This is crazy.
That is wild designs.
Yeah, look at the imagination. This is
the
the story doesn't even matter, right? You're just buying it.
Oh yeah, the art. Look at the way he's using color is there for that background.
Yeah, you guys, this is crazy next level stuff. I mean, this is, God, sometimes I look at the work that's coming out of Comicsgate, I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to find this stuff at Marvel or DC either.
This doesn't look like anything that's out there. Like, this guy is his own unique thing. I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is completely original. Yeah, it's kind of in an animation style, but it looks edgy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just visually, like the color change on that hand going into the water, like it's just so cool.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, it just keeps giving. Like, this book just keeps giving with the designs, and the imagination is absolutely nuts. So let me play the video. The video will knock your socks off too.
Oh.
I don't know how it happened, but that thing found its way into us.
Look, there's animation.
Oh, wow.
We were talking about that, right?
Wow.
I'm not sure how, but I gotta take it back. What are you looking at? Find out by backing. Only on Indiegogo.
We will. We will. Yes, you guys
Wow.
heard that thing today. It's brilliant. I don't usually use that word, but this is brilliant. Brilliant stuff by Jose Garcia, Comicsgate's own, and this is in demand. And there's a lot of pages done, you guys. So I think this is going to be shipping soon. And we should. This book. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is one of those books where it's like this should be like doing triple what it's doing, and it's just because not enough people have seen it yet. Because the second somebody sees it, they're gonna want to back it.
there's
Yeah.
another aspect or another kind of level of what you see. People don't realize it's harder to color in harmonic value like that. You know what I mean? Like if you were to say, I want all this whole scene to be sort of in this spectrum, in this like all reds
yeah.
and purples, and it's really hard to do that, and because you're coloring with so much value in mind to like, for instance, to move the eye around, right?
Yeah.
What's important. And some people just you look at it and go, "Wow, that's beautiful." Looks, but it kind of looks easy. It's not.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah. I've learned the creative process. The easier something looks, the harder it actually is. Like it's harder to write, like a 2 minute pop song, your 2 to 3 minute pop song, which is like a simple or what seems like a simple hook, than something complex. Because complex is just kind of layering things on top of each other. But when you have to start paring things down and making things small and just the essential ingredients, it becomes harder and harder. So the less ingredients, the less things that are there, the simpler, the harder it is. You're right. Yeah, you're completely right there, Todd.
Yeah, I could stare at this all day.
Yeah, so you guys, this book is worthy of 100K, man.
Yeah, it is.
So let's at least give this thing some loving today. Take some baby steps and see if we can get this thing where it should be. So thanks, guys, for letting me share that. Todd, do you have another book?
Yeah.
Another campaign?
It's there. There you go. This is
X-Force.
yes,
Reloaded.
Yes, Don Chen.
and you know what? Here's the amazing thing, right? Because I always knew names. You know that I'm good with names and stuff like that. But teenage radiant whatever hamsters is something I picked up because there was this sort of black and white explosion. You had the Aircell company out of Canada that was doing all kinds of books, and you had these sort of copies or parodies of the Ninja Turtles, and this is one of them. I remember I used to pick up Fish Police all the time. Puma Blues, which is Michael Zulli. These are
They
black
had
and white.
Miami Hamster. What was it? Hamster Vice or whatever?
Right. And there was a bear. There was a fuzzy bear, not the one that was done at Mirage with the flying car.
Was
There
it the one that Dark Horse did, right?
They did have one. They had one that had like a AK-47 with it.
Yeah.
But there was a different one with a bear, and then there was books like that came out of a company called Arrow. It was The Realm, and I think that was Guy Davis back then and stuff like that. So
Well, there was Panda Con. There was a bunch that came out of that black and white,
so
time in
this
the industry. Yeah.
Don. This guy's a legend to me. I look at him like, oh my god, he had success with these parody books, and they were fun, and they were inventive, and always drawn really, really cool.
One of my first published printed things in comics was in the Don Chin comic book. I think it was Fem 5.
Oh,
Something
cool.
like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I had a pin up in the back of that, and that was one of my first printed things ever. So seeing Don pop up in comics, I'm like, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
It's a small world.
It was a complete surprise and a good one because everything that's serious and you love it, but then it's like anything. I watch a serious movie or a violent movie, then I want to watch something that's a little tamer, like Fatherhood or something. It's the same with comics. You wanted some humor, you wanted something different. You didn't want, X-Men and all the angst and racism that was involved in it. All great writing by the way, but you didn't want all that all the time. You wanted something to change, and it was either stuff like this or Conan, which you could read in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But I was always that kind of kid that ventured around and jumped around and
and like the parody stuff has always been popular, and there isn't even a Mad magazine anymore. They got rid of it. I remember there was it Crazy or Cracked? I think it was the other one.
Yeah.
And like they would always spoof the comic book stuff, the movie stuff, and like there isn't hardly any of that stuff around anymore. So like this is a classic spoof of something. Even like the millennials today that weren't even around when X-Force came out, they still know Rob because of Deadpool. They still know about X-Force because they hear about it from older comic fans. So it's like this stuff is still popular. It's still like kind of plays with even a younger audience. But then all of us know it from way back.
And the other thing that happened while you had parody coming out of that black and white explosion, you also had things like Kitchen Sink and really, really great stuff like Zenzoke Tales and Death Rattle. And these books were just like, I was one of those people that ventured away from Boris the Bear. Yeah, that was the Dark Horse one.
That's a Dark Horse.
I was one of those people that ventured away from Marvel and DC easily. And I know there were people and friends and stuff that say, hey, you should be reading this and that. It was hard for them. It was really hard for them to go off and go away from just traditional superhero comics. But I was hooked on going off. And that's probably why I don't read that many comics today, is because superhero
I never even consciously made those decisions. You know what I mean? Like if I went into the comic shop or the news rack, the spinner rack or whatever, if something interests me, I bought it as a kid and as an adult. Like I never really was one of those like Marvel zombies or whatever. When I do look back, I have more DC than anything else. But when I was young, distribution wise, like in the late 60s, early 70s, Marvel just didn't have the distribution. Well, they did in the later 70s, but in the early stuff, they didn't. So the only books I could really get were the DC books. But if the Marvel books were there, I would have bought them too.
Is this the Rob Willis cover? Can we zoom in? I love all of Rob Willis's stuff, man.
That's insane. Yeah.
So yeah, I was definitely one of those. I don't know what started it. It may have been the owner itself who said, "Hey, you're the kind of kid that would like this, and that," and he may have been the one who got me venturing. But boy, once I did, there was so much there.
Wait! There's X Mutants too. Gave us Ron Lim. I actually did X Mutants cover in the day. I inked Jim Valentino on an X Mutants, and also it's funny because Clint was saying I started with like parody comics. I just realized I did too. I was ghosting for Jim Valentino on Normal Man.
Oh, Normal Man!
Normal Man, that was the epitome. That was really brilliant stuff, actually. And then the Tick in the day, that stuff was.
Yeah.
Normal Man. Do you have this huge chin?
He was just a normal guy.
Yeah,
he was a dirty looking dude. And
I think there was Megaton Man around that same time that had the giant chin.
Yeah, that's what you're
like
thinking.
Normal Man was like, he was the Clark Kent.
Yeah, so the idea is that he gets, it's kind of like John Carter, like John Carter's kind of like an everyman, in his world, in this plane or whatever. And then he gets transferred to Mars, and then he's a superhuman. So the thing is, like Normal Man, I think goes to a planet of superhumans, but the joke is he's just a normal man. So I don't know. I don't remember any of the storylines. I don't know if that's special, but I imagine it does.
But I want to, I want to say thanks for joining, Don, because you're bringing something that we all loved. It really does harken us back to things that we.
Well, that's another thing that's been really cool about Comicsgate is it's not like just one thing. It's not like one style. Like, oh, this was popular, now everybody's copying this. Like everybody's doing their own thing. Like you got all kinds of different books coming out from a ton of various different creators that are like, all of this stuff looks different. Like there's not like, Marvel, like they find one thing that works and like everybody look like this, everybody look like this. So
yeah, and these guys are spouting diversity and all that shit. It's like, you want diversity, come to Comicsgate. I mean, there's a variety of books. I mean, this is the celebration of comics right here. I mean, hands down, you can't deny it. I think that's what pisses them off.
Oh,
you cannot deny this.
They hate being wrong, and they know they're wrong now. and like the second they realize they're wrong, then they like grind their heels into the ground even harder. And like,
it's weird, isn't it?
Yep, we're going to shout names at you. We can't prove that you're wrong. We can only prove that we're wrong. So we're just going to shout names at you. That's what we're going to do.
Look, for 5 years, the book that had the most number ones was Captain Marvel, right? Had the most number ones. Now they stick with it. It's not selling a fucking lick, and they're at like 32, because they're just going, you know what? Hey, we don't want to be blamed for restarting this book over and over again that doesn't sell. So we're just gonna print it, even though it's not selling.
And also, we're just exposing that they're complete hypocrites. Like, like just the sheer existence of Comicsgate, you know, is a mirror up to them what possibly you should be doing. At least diversifying your line of comics. They did before in the past. You know, it's not like they don't know how. It's not like they don't have the resources to do it. But for some reason, they're not. And
they'd have to admit they're doing something wrong, and they can't. They refuse to admit, you know, that they've made any mistakes along the way. So it's like sales are going down the tubes. Marvel looks like a joke. Let's just keep doing what we do and walk off the cliff all together, hand in hand, knowing that we were right and they were wrong. Until there is no comic industry.
The crabs in the bucket analogy. You know, they just keep dragging each other down, you know, to the lowest common denominator. And Comicsgate is just the opposite. We're just trying to raise each other up
to the next
plateau. And I love it here, man. I say this all the time, but I'm going to keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. Is that that this is nothing's ever happened like this before.
No.
Like I am just like, this is the best place to be right now in the industry. And I've never seen anything quite like this before.
No.
Very, very original take on building comics, treating fans right, you know, selling comics, you know, all the above. So I'm really fortunate. I'm so glad this actually, you know, came about and happened, and it's still growing too.
Oh yeah.
So that's X-Farce, you guys. So go back that book. And are we back to you, Clint?
Yeah, I got another one here. I think I got Six Gun Gorilla shared there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the artwork on this is pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I was on a show with Brian, I think during one of the Sea Dog and Codename Killswitch campaigns, and he had showed his book, and I was like in love with it instantly. Like, the artwork is great. I love anything with like gorillas in it. I'm kind of an Art Adams. I mean, as you know, Art Adams will like sneak a giant gorilla into whatever story he possibly can, because I think he just loves drawing gorillas. But yeah, like this one had me right out of the gates as a cowboy gorilla. I do not know exactly where this book is at production wise, but it is in demand now.
He's doing pretty good too.
Yeah,
like
150 backers.
Yeah.
With at $7,800, but yeah, this is a book that could use more attention, because yeah, it is. I mean, look at the artwork; is gorgeous. It's a fun story. He's got some. He's Comicsgate. He's got some great Comicsgate artists here. I think this is a painted wraparound cover for it, but yeah, just some really fun stuff here. And like I said, anything with gorillas always has me. But yeah, this is definitely a book that could use some more attention, and is just like
yeah, gorillas in the West.
Yeah. Looks like maybe as a for a stretch goal, he's got kind of a.
See, that's how you have to do it though, because it's going to cost more money. So you know, if he can get 20,000 as a stretch goal, he can bring those statues out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's in demand. It's, you know, a really cool book. The guy is great. I've gotten to see him a couple times on different shows, but just a guy with a lot of energy and, you know, loves comics. So another campaign that's in demand that could use Comicsgate's attention to at least go check it out. I suppose we can play the trailer. Oh, maybe there's not a trailer.
The thing is, 7,000. He's almost 8,000. So
yeah.
200 under 200 away, you guys. So let's give Six Gun Gorilla a little loving. The artwork looks fantastic. So I need to start moving. I got all these like things I want to share. So
Magic Cop.
Magic Cop. This is Todd's White Lines. These are the Zaid brothers, man. Philip is a hustler.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, this is just a book I keep seeing. This is the second one. I remember talking to these guys maybe once, but they, this looks like a great book. Why is there an echo?
Yeah, I've seen Philip on a bunch of shows promoting the book, and this is, I think, their second or third book that they've done through Comicsgate, but they're great at promoting it. Like, I mean, the style like just screams off of that cover of kind of that retro 80s. You want like Don Johnson like walking through there and hopping in his Ferrari with like some Phil Collins playing in the background.
Yeah, there's something in the air tonight.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and the Slurpee cup gets me, man.
That is such a cool idea, man.
Yeah.
Graphics on it look great.
I had to find out where some of these guys do get their promotional stuff, because I would love to have a Slurpee cup with my character.
He'll send you the link. Philip sent me the link. But the thing is, I just don't know how you would ship it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'd have to have a box.
Bigger size box, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a big, like, it's a Slurpee cup.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah. Shipping always complicates it.
Yeah. Because I would love to do Slurpee cup too. Oh, the headless hitman, that's awesome.
Great concepts.
Yeah. But you're right, Clint. This is the second Miami Magic Cop, I mean. And so then he had what was it, Lost Pages?
Yeah.
So they got three campaigns under their belt so far, and I do believe they fulfilled the first two. So they keep their word, and they work with Comics Gators too. So I think some of these covers are Kelsey Shannon, right? Is this a Kelsey?
Yeah, probably.
This is Kelsey right here. You can always tell when Kelsey.
Yeah, great design work. Look at that. Yeah, good stuff.
He has an innate ability with color to understand the harmony of things.
It's funny because I did a what was it, like Dark Knight book for DC, and then Kelsey on a live stream was like, "We worked with each other before," and I go, "We have." I do so much work, like I can't remember everybody. Goes, "Yeah, I colored that book you worked on." I was like, "Oh shit, you did? That's right." It looked fantastic.
Art's a true pro. He doesn't look at who's coloring his book. Once he's done inking it or drawing it, it's out the door and on to the next thing.
You know what? I kind of hate to say there was a moment in time that it was like that.
Oh, I'm sure. And I mean, it's just there's more stuff to do, and like you're working with a team, you can't pay attention to the colorist. He's got his job to take care of.
It's not so much that is that. Like with Comicsgate, we don't have that because we are in control of the production value, production as well. But like a lot of the production on these comic books would always let me down. So I think I learned over like pretty early on. It's just like you have these expectations, right? The comic, you're waiting for the comic to come out, you get it, and then you're like, oh, this cropped weird, or the colors are off, or the printing is saturated, or too heavy, or too light, or whatever it is. So I think I just stopped doing that because I was tired of getting bummed out. So I kind of just look at it, okay, that's fine, put it aside, and move on to the next book. Yeah, it is very assembly line, like working for the mainstream. So
and it's way different when you're doing your own book. Like you just said, you can like pick out and make sure everything's exactly the way that you want it. And big two comics, it's an assembly line. It's like, there's more books to go out next month, so just get the job done.
Right. Yeah. So let me go here. This is a good friend I've had for a while now, and we worked with each other over at Extreme Studios. I think that's where I first met him as at a convention. He was a fan, and I did a drawing in Dan Frega's sketchbook, and I think he came back later 2 more times for a sketch. In the day, like we used to do free sketches, and so I do remember he showed me his sketchbook when he got hired over at Extreme. We were working, at the same office, and he's looking, and I'm looking at his sketchbook, and he goes, "You never did a sketch for me." And I'm like, "What?" And so I look and I go, "I found one," and I go, "Here's one right here." And then I kept turning. I go, "Wait a minute, there's another one here. There's another one here." Like, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Oh my gosh, I remember you from San Francisco, the Cow Palace. You were with your friend." And he's like, "Yeah." He got me. He suckered me into doing 3 drawings for him. But yeah, this is Dan Fraga's Black Flag. He brought this back from the 90s. I think this came out about the same time Black and White did, like 94, 95, somewhere around there. And so this is his Black Flag. So this is Pineapple Perception. And this book looks fantastic. I know he's working away on it just about every day. And so here's some of the art. Look at this thing. Fantastic. So Dan's work is always bombastic. Oh, he's got an ass titty shirt. That's cool.
Nice.
And so this is the retro cover here.
I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Incredible Comics. So that's
Rob Willis again.
Rob
He's got a
Willis,
Rob Willis
yeah.
variant.
Yeah.
I just love that angle on the first dude, like where you're just like below his crotch, zooming up at it.
Yeah, that's what you call it, in your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And this one I saw Dan do on his live stream. He did each one of these characters individually. Excuse me. I think he did it for licensing purposes. So then he could take each one of these iconic poses and put them on, like, whatever he would want later.
Oh yeah.
T-shirts, whatever it is, trading cards.
No,
So,
we were lucky enough to have him do a variant for Sea Dog and Kill Switch book 2. And like he started we did a live stream with him, me and Mark Bolton, and he started like laying out the cover and like doing the individual characters. And it was kind of this like awesome layout that he created, but it was like a billboard kind of on a wall. So he like took the characters, but then stretched it out. So it kind of had this like really crazy perspective. But yeah, watching him draw like that was awesome.
yeah, he's also, God, what is that? The Asian artist that can just kind of draw from any place on the page.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, he just starts
I know
drawing.
Todd knows. Todd, who is he?
Kim Jong-il.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, actually, Frega can do the same thing. And then he was on a live stream. He's like, "Yeah, anybody can do this. You can train yourself to do this." And it's like, I don't think anybody.
I'm not sure anybody can do it. Like that's the ability to have, like, you've already got the picture in your head of what the paper is going to be, and you're just starting at a spot and like drawing what's in your head. Like not everybody can do it that way.
Yeah, it's like saying everybody can compose like Mozart. Like they used to say that Mozart actually had the whole song in his head, and so then when he would write it out, he could actually hear it. So he was just writing notes. Like he didn't even like play it and then write it. He would just write out the notes. I mean, that's crazy, And like you said, yeah, not everybody can do that. But yeah, this is a great campaign, you guys. Dan's a good, he's a good comic skater. He supports so much. He does a lot of things behind the scenes too. This is our buddy from Extreme 2. This is Pat Lee. Pat's really good too. Yeah, this is Shane Davis. You can always tell Shane stuff. It's got a lot of detail, but it's always so clean looking,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's with Matt Yackey on color. So really, really cool. Let's play the video real quick. And I got one more, and I want you guys to share one more, and then we'll kind of wrap it up.
I created Black Flag back in 1994. It was pure escapism. I want to draw guys with big guns. I want to draw anime babes, wizards, aliens. Cool, put them all in one book. Black Flag is literally wish fulfillment. High energy, high octane, 90s style action, relentless, doesn't ask for forgiveness, high bullet count. There hasn't been that in comics in the same way that I'm going to provide it.
Man, that's a true statement.
Decided that he was going to go.
Yeah, I love that.
Because best, he went and he took all of his gear, which had this shield on it with his flag, and he blacked out all the flags. He has no allegiance to anybody but himself.
That's awesome.
They're never sitting around talking about Black Flag issue 1. Ragtag, they're it. Here to save our world, all of them mythical, magical. And we're going to see so many bullets, so much action. This thing is certain to blow people's minds. That's basically what Black Flag is all about.
Boom.
Very cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, Dan. Yes, yes. So Dan has this campaign. It's really hurting right now. There's not a lot of eyes on it. He's wondering if he's ever going to do a comic book again. He only has 206,000, 258,000 dollars worth of business here. So this boy needs some more. 3,000 backers. So
that's a good start.
Yeah, it's a good start. The kids got some promise here. So yeah, go back Black Flag today. Yes. So I'm down to my last tab here, and I'm gonna go for it, and then you guys can wrap up the show. How's that? I'm gonna do a twofer here.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's do Sunsworn. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, Red Gaze is one of the good guys, man. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. He does videos for a lot of different people. He did the Black and White Volume 2 video. Just a great guy. So we need to give him some loving. So he's in demand right now. Sunsworn, Wings of Vengeance, 12,570, 199 backers. Let's get a round number here. Let's go 200 backers. Let's at least get one book sold here today. So, like I said, Red Gaze is a great guy. Here's his video here. The video looks great. Well, the book looks great too, but man, this video. Yes.
Wow.
When was the last time you guys saw comic book space fantasy? They don't do books like this.
No,
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, just epic. So I can never say her name, but the artwork looks brilliant. Let's see if we can find some pages here. 52 pages of full color. Look at this, like a movie poster. That's killer.
Yeah.
I think this is Vinny's cover here. Tartamella. And so let me see. Oh, we're getting the interiors here. Okay, so her name is Nairami?
Oh, right. Or is it Nerium?
Nerium. Oh, there you go. Nerium. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I was on a show with her. She's got a book with wolves that she's run her own campaign on too, I think.
Yeah, she's really talented. She's been on the show. I apologize for not being able to say your name. Boop, 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 boop. Look at this. Man, that music's still in my head. Bum, 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 bum. Look at this.
Yeah,
This is
great artwork.
fantastic. Yeah, the coloring is superb over her. She does gray tones. So that's hard to do color work over. So sometimes you can butcher it. It turns muddy.
Yep.
But this is a good combination. That dragon design's great. Look at this.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Sci-fi fantasy with dragons. Marvel isn't doing this. DC isn't doing this. But you know where you can get this? Comicsgate.
No, that looks awesome.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, you guys go treat yourself to a cool comic book. Sunsworn. I think this is going to be a series of books. So is this the second book or is this the first book? For some reason, I think there was another book. Maybe somebody in the chat can answer that. Yeah, I think there was a Sunsworn before this, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, and somebody in the chat said Bonds is that Nerium's book with the wolves. That's the
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, that book looks great too. What is this? Art, will you be on in on a cool story, bro? I kind of have a story brewing, so if I can get that together soon enough, possibly. It's cool that Dan gives a link to read the original Black Flag comic for free too. Yeah, Dan's a giver. Dan is definitely a giver. So let's see what Arts Lackey has here. So this is Shotgun Samurai Volume 1?
Yeah, this is somebody in the chat recommended we take a look at this book, so I was willing to do that because it wasn't demand. And I'm not assuming. I've seen this book come through my feed, so I think this is Comicsgate. But I don't know anything about it. I'll go through it. But yeah, I don't know.
It says all caps artist Jose Garcia. So yeah, this is Comicsgate.
Oh, awesome. Oh, wow.
There's Jose Garcia.
That's really well colored. I like that.
Holy shit! Look at that. Wow.
It's nice.
It's fantastic. There's no room for a logo, but
Yeah. But beautiful artwork on all the variants.
Oh, wow. This has a manga kind of feel.
Yeah, so manga's alive and well too in Comicsgate. There's a lot of cool styles. Oh no, somebody didn't make it.
Look at that. That's cool. So if you want me to play the video, I can.
Yeah, let's do the video real quick.
All right. Give me a second.
Well, it looks like they said 90% completed on the bottom there, so. And actually, I think I might have done a show with this guy at one point because I remember this now. Donkey Madness. It's a great title, Shotgun Samurai.
Was the character's name Tofu?
Think so.
Wouldn't that be like calling a character like an American character like cheeseburger? Spaghetti. The exciting conclusion.
It's over 200 pages.
Yeah, he's got a ton of work put into this.
Awesome.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
that looks awesome.
So this is a huge book. 158 backers. let's jump on this book because you're getting a lot of bang for your buck at this price.
Yeah, the
Nice.
book looks great, and thanks in the chat for recommending it, and thanks Todd for paying attention. I would never have seen that because I don't pay attention. All right, well this is going to wrap it up. So this is going to be the finale here. So this is 94.
Yeah, this is Shelby Robertson's comic book. Shelby's actually, I think, inking a lot of Fraga's stuff because he was the inker for our Sea Dog and Codename Kill Switch variant cover that we had Dan do. So, yeah, this is Shelby's 94 Ragealities War. And it's really actually picked up steam now that it's been in demand. Looks like he closed his original campaign at just under 16 grand, but now he's up to over 21,000. So that's awesome. So people are finding this book after the initial campaign. And oh, yeah, right here, he's got the Fraga variant cover. So, I mean, everybody should jump on that. But like Shelby comes from like the stuff that I love. I love this kind of old school early 90s image look and like, you know.
Well, look at the card design. Go back to the card design.
Sure.
It's like the old Marvel X-Men cards, right?
Oh yeah, with the blue patterns on the edge.
Yeah.
Was that cool. The Jim Lee card?
Yeah, the Jim Lee card set, yeah. And also Shelby he's a brilliant inker, but just great all-around artist.
Yeah.
And I was on a live stream Friday with Dan, and Shelby did a Juggernaut drawing. It got kind of glossed over, but it was really good. And
I saw that Juggernaut drawing, and for how quick he had to put that together, like just all the effects that he had on the armor of the Juggernaut and the reflection, like that was a kick-ass pinup that he did.
Yeah.
In that short amount of time. Well, I'm trying to figure out the Rage-tality, I think is how you pronounce it. And then there's Kill-tality. I want to learn more about the tality part of these the titles. I'm guessing there's something to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this. Like this is the feel of comics that I grew up on that I loved from the early 90s. Like you know, all the stuff Art was doing back then too, and little Wizard cover homage there.
Well, if you go back, that's a Jam cover. It's Dan's Black Flag character with Shelby's character. Back one more.
Oh, okay, yep.
Keep going.
Oh, right here. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
So that's Dan. Yeah, Dan's character from Black Flag on the top, and Shelby's on the bottom there. No, very cool.
And it's also a Jam. I think they both worked on it, right? So Dan did his character and Shelby did his.
Yep, looks like it.
Yeah, Rage.
Those are always.
That's a mouthful.
It is that extra T in there. I'm not sure what to do with it.
94. There's a wizard. Yeah, that's cool. It's a collector's edition.
Of course it is.
It has to be. All those wizards were collector's editions.
I love all the swords this guy has stuffed in him. He's like, you think Wolverine's tough with his stupid arrows? Here, I'm going to shove some swords in my ribs and show you what a badass I am.
See, the thing is, this is about comics like that. Even when I was a kid, I knew not to take that stuff seriously, right?
Oh, no, that's the whole point. It's over the top fun.
Yeah, this guy's got a billion swords stuck in him. Like, that's just fun stuff.
It's like he must be a badass. But yeah, these covers are great. I love it. Like this is my bread and butter. This is the stuff that I love and grew up on totally.
I'm a big fan of the slash. Like you have the main image, and then you have like the comic book panels behind the main image.
Oh yeah, that's always a neat look. But great interior art. Like this looks like an awesome action adventure story, but cool character designs. I always love the bad guys coming out of the sky with the light behind them just to save the day. Nice ass. But yeah, this looks like a ton of fun, and like art wise, this is right up my alley. I love this kind of stuff here.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of books. They're colored well. The design and page composition is really good, and these things aren't easy, you know. I'll be honest. Page composition is one of those things that that you have to foresee. You know, you got to know what's going to be on the page, what's important on the page, and make it dance just right.
And like, I mean, Art can talk to this more than me, but like, if you know what you're doing, inking and hash with the cross hatching, that's trying to spit it out. But like, this does not like just happen in a couple of minutes. This is a page that took a lot of work and a lot of time to ink, but turned out really gorgeous with that. You know, I think you can even zoom in on it a little bit, but
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, look at that.
that's great cross hatching. Great. I'm such a huge fan of the vein coming up the bicep with the cross hatching coming off of it. So it's like the light is hitting it in a certain way. I always think if you can do that well, it's always a really cool look.
I'm a big fan of the neck and like all the striations. And,
Yep.
yeah,
The
like,
veinage coming over the muscles.
yeah, because it's like when you're pissed that those things they come out of your neck, and when you
flares up.
grind your teeth, they come out. And I just think it's really, really cool. And it just this part right here to draw is kind of uninteresting. And if you can like put all these like striations and tendons and stuff like popping out, I think it's pretty cool looking.
You know, the inking reminds me of Art was Mark. Is it Pacella or Picella or?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
So Pacella, yeah, I think everybody in the '90s, this was kind of the thing.
Yep, this was the way ink.
Yeah, so this is kind of a variation of the West Coast ink style.
Yeah.
But well done, and like just a fun page there. But I mean, this is beautiful artwork, and obviously the influences are pretty obvious, and they're the same influences that I have and love. So, like, this is the type of book that like I am down for.
Well, very good, man. Yeah, it looks good, and that's Shelby Roberts. Go back to the top.
You
bet. Was he at 21K? Is that what?
21,000. I think he just went over that. He's got 238 backers. So I mean, this is a book that you can push to get 250, 300 backers, hopefully with through his Indemand, and just get more notice on it. And Shelby's Comics Gate, obviously, with Dan, and just a fun throwback to a lot of the comics that we grew up on.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. So Shelby's one of the good guys. So go back 94. It looks fantastic. So let's see, where are you? Boom. I have one last thing to share. You guys ready for this? You guys ready? You sitting down? Look at Todd. He's all excited. He's like, yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. All right. So this is my very own. So this is Black and White Volume 2, Man versus Machine. This is the pre-launch page. Let's have lightning strike twice with Volume 2. So this is the sign up. So when you guys sign up, you will be eligible for a free trading card with a backing and early bird specials and exclusives. So we're going to open the store early for all the early bird the pre-launch signups, and so you guys can pretty much just ransack the shop before anybody else. So because a lot of those exclusives, and like I said earlier in the stream, we have just a handful of the original Volume 1 books. So I'm sure that those will sell out very quick. So you'll have access to those and other exclusive and collectibles that we don't have a lot of. So so make sure you sign up. Here's the video. And speaking of Red Gaze, this is his video.
I don't think it's shown yet, Art.
Let me start this over. Thanks. I guess you have to click that last button, right? All right, let's do this again. So you guys can see the pre-launch page now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah.
Love it.
Man versus machine.
Love it. That's a great video. The way he pans around your spread page there, I mean, it looks like a movie.
Yeah. Sign up today, you guys. Black and White, we are going to be launching soon. We just want to get maybe about 200 more signups. And once we do, we are going to go live. So this is the follow-up to Black and White 1. And this is the artwork for the trading card. So if you sign up now, you will get this free trading card. And this is the art. And this is Stefani Renee did the color work here. And I worked with Stefani like 15 years ago on a Chrono Mechanics book. It was just pretty funny. Yeah, it's a small world, man. This industry is really tiny. And I guess because of Marvel and DC, it's getting smaller every day.
It's like, hey, look who just showed up to Comicsgate. Yeah, welcome on in.
Yeah, we're growing. They're shrinking. So yeah. So this has been a blast, Todd. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's always good to see you. You know, and do you have anything like parting shot? You have a book coming up, right? Uh-oh.
Oh, I think you muted, Todd.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I switched.
Thank you.
It was there for a sec, and then it's gone again.
No, I didn't mute him.
Yeah.
No, I think his headset maybe.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yeah,
now we can hear you.
Okay.
We can see you too.
I was working on a book called Paradise, and I need to put something out before it. So I'm going to do a cheesecake book.
I highly recommend it.
I'm gonna. Some of my biggest influences were really good at that kind of thing. So I'm gonna try to do like some Dave Stevens and
nice
stuff like that. Yeah.
I would love to see your take on that. That would be great, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've heard a rumor that it can get you a lot of attention. I don't know.
You might be the living proof of that, Clint.
But I have some things that I've done in pencil and at various stages. So there'll be some colored things that I color, some pencil sketches, but it's gonna be all females.
Yeah, we'll have you on the show later, and you can show it off. That'd be great. And of course, Clint, he's got Blue Bombshells, and that is live. So this is not in demand, you guys. So go back, Blue Bombshells, and also Clint, I'm going to have you on still later. So this was awesome. in lieu of that. Yeah, I just wanted to get.
No, thanks for letting me jump on quick here. I appreciate it. So yeah, that all sounds good to me.
Yeah, and we'll do a episode, probably a hacks chat, and we'll focus on Blue Bombshells for an hour and hang out. That what did you say? Wednesday? Is that the date you were thinking?
Wednesday or Thursday, whichever works good for you. Wednesday works for me. Sure.
Yeah, Thursday maybe in the morning. If we did Wednesday, it would have to be a little later because I have a writing conference with a writer that I might be. Telling you guys who that person is very, very soon. Yeah, I might do that Wednesday, actually. That'd be cool. He doesn't know I'm going to do it yet, but yeah, Wednesday. All right, man. Well, hey, thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. Go back to these great books. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Clint. And we will talk to you soon.